Well, hello everybody. Trying to get things going on here. I wasn't planning on this, doing a live stream, but I looked and RJL's not doing a game tonight, so I figured I can jump in and get some inside pitch in, hopefully. So Tabby is up here with me, and we are here for the long haul. It will be a double header. This one will be live. The first doubleheader I did was recorded. This one's going to be live, so we'll see if I can hold out. Starting this around 8:50 Eastern, so hopefully, I won't conk out too bad. We shall see. Maybe it'll help some of you folks on the left coast or that aren't in the Eastern time zone. Maybe that will help to get you to. That way you won't be up real late like I'm going to be probably for this game, but we shall see. Let me see what you guys are seeing here. Looks like I could probably lower this just a tad to get a little closer to the cards without messing up the score sheet. So let's move this over here. And it's the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. This is the lineups, benches, and bullpens for Game 1 of the doubleheader. It'll be Jerry Stevenson for the Red Sox against Jim Harden for the Orioles. And what makes it an important matchup is Detroit swept Washington in their doubleheader, so Boston finds themselves 3.5 games back without much time to play. So it's imperative that they sweep this doubleheader to keep pace, and they would pull to within 2.5 games of Detroit. But even if they lose, if they split here, they'll be still 3.5 back, but they'll be 4 back in the loss column. And with 7 games to play, that's going to make it almost impossible, but they will try. Hello, Ben. How are you doing? Hopefully everything shows up. I think it shows up okay on my end right now. Let me pull this down just a hutch. I don't want to lose the line score. But I think everything is copacetic. I'm going to put this over here, and I still think it can be seen, at least partially. In fact, I think I have room to move this over just a tad so that maybe we can fit majority of this on here. We'll see. I can't get all of it on here, but I got quite a bit, so at least the Boston half. How about that? I can set it just like that, and that way everybody can see everything, hopefully. Now we do it that way. All right, we'll do it that way. This really doesn't need to be out there the entire time, I don't think. But it's just I'll bring it out when there's pitching changes and defensive changes and so forth. I do have the base running advancement cheat sheet for outfield singles and doubles, so I'll bring that in when it's necessary. Got the Baltimore Oriole colored dice since we are at Memorial Stadium. The Orioles get to have their home colored dice, so I think we are ready to go. Since it's a doubleheader, I don't want to delay too long. I want to get this thing rolling here. Tabby is, like I said, is here, but she is resting very quietly and just enjoying the fact, I guess, that I'm up here. I don't know, but she seems to be quite comfortable, so I'm not going to dare disturb her. Okay. So Detroit Tigers watching this game closely, this doubleheader game closely, to see if the Orioles can help them out. Jim Harden finishing up his warm-up tosses, and he'll be facing Jose Tartable of the Red Sox. Hello, Marlon. How you doing? So here we go. 6-2. 6-2 for Harden against a left-hander is a walk plus. That's a 19. He walks at a 10. The plus is a 20. Stadium even adds 2. So it will be a leadoff walk to Jose Tartable. Not the best way in the world to start a game is to walk the first batter. That's not something that most pitchers aim to do. His attempt is a 3. Get the lead. He cannot get the lead. He will hold where he is. And second baseman Mike Andrews is your batter. Harden, 5-5 is a blank. We go to Andrews. 1-6 is a fly to center field. Hauled in out there by Paul Blair, and there's one away, and here comes Yaz. Nothing happening there. Harden to Yaz. 1-6 strikeout chance, but 20 is way too high for that. So we go to Yaz. 4-3, and that is a split chance against a right-hander. It's a ground ball to second, possible double play. He's a 1. Pitcher adds 1, makes it a 2. Halfway is a 3. It went to second, so the pivot is a shortstop, and that is Aparicio. He's a 0. So 1-3, and we have a double play. And we do. So it's going to go 4-6-3, double play to end the inning. And the Red Sox not off to a good start. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Go to the bottom of the first. It is the Red Sox, nothing. Orioles coming to bat in the first of 2 of this doubleheader. Hello, Woodman. How are you doing? First of 2 from Memorial Stadium. And I said I wasn't going to play this tonight. I was going to do it tomorrow night, but I noticed RJL wasn't playing a game tonight, so I didn't have to work around him. So I figured, why not go ahead and put it out here now and be done with it. All right, Stevenson, 2-4. Against Aparicio righty, that's a blank. So we go to Aparicio, 3-3. It's a fly to center. 1 down, and that will send up Kurt Blefary, left fielder. Stevenson, 1-5 strikeout chance. That's a 5. He got him. Blefary out on strikes. Red Sox need a big outing from Stevenson. Game 2, they'll have Santiago against Pete Rickard. Stevenson, 5-6, a strikeout chance, 17, way too much for that. Blair, 5-1, he's going to line it to third, hit it hard, but right at the third baseman. And Dalton Jones hauls it in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles at the end of 1, no score from Memorial Stadium. Starting the top of the second, there will be George Scott, the boomer. 1-4 for Harden is a walk chance. 7 will walk him. So it's a leadoff walk to George Scott. That's exactly how he started the first inning, was a leadoff walk. So he escaped last time with a double play. He may not be so lucky this time. Attempt to get the lead as a 2, and he doesn't achieve that, so he will not get the lead. And Reggie Smith, center fielder, steps up to the plate. Harden, 1-3 is a blank. We go to Reggie Smith. 2-5, it's a fly to left. Hauled in by Blefary. 1 down for Rico Petrocelli. Nothing happening there. Harden to Petrocelli. 2-4, hit by pitch chance. He's a 7. That's a 14 though, so no hit by pitch. Petrocelli will swing it. 3-3, and he flies to right field. And over there to get it easily is Frank Robinson. So 2 up and 2 down after the walk. And here's catcher. Oh, wait a minute. That shouldn't have been. That should have been Dalton Jones. Hold the phone. For some reason I didn't have Dalton Jones in there. So let's see what the 3-3 result was for Dalton Jones. 3-3 result is actually. It should have been Dalton Jones, not Petrocelli. So the 3-3 roll. 3-3 roll is actually a single to left field. So how about that? Dalton Jones singles to left. Orioles on a single to left to go from first 30, lose 3. Scott is a 3, so he has to hold at second base. So not sure how Dalton Jones didn't get in there, but he should have. Now Rico can come up. We don't want anybody batting out a turn. Hello, Brian B. How you doing? First and second, 1 out, top of the second, no score from Memorial Stadium. Hello, Tim. Harden, 5-5, blank. We go to Rico. 2-4, and that's a pop-up to short, infield fly rule. 2 down, and it's going to be up to the catcher, Russ Gibson, if the Red Sox start to get on the board against Mr. Harden. 3-2 is a blank. We go to Gibson, rather. 5-1, it's a ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. So Harden pitches around the walk and the single. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 left. Go to the bottom of the second, still no score from Memorial Stadium in the first of 2. First of 2. I was ribbed for playing the doubleheader as a recording last time, so I'm accepting the challenge to play it live. So we're going to play it live. Frank Robinson against Jerry Stevenson. Hello, Philip. How you doing? Of course, the fellow that challenged me is not here yet, or at least hadn't said anything, so maybe he'll join eventually. Stevenson, 3-6 is a blank. Go to Frank Robinson. 2-5. Power result to right field. That's a 12. And that's going to be a triple against a right-hander. Frank Robinson, a leadoff triple. Let's look at it again a little closely at his card. The result is a 2-5. 2-5, which is a power result to right field. The D20 is a 12, and you can see right there, the 12 is the last number in his triple. So there you go. Frank Robinson, a leadoff triple. And now what do you do if you're the Red Sox? Do you play? I think with nobody out, you got to avoid the big innings. So they're going to, it's 2, but he's not going to try to steal home, obviously. So they're going to play the infield back. It's early. 4-2, and that is a blank to a right-hander. Go to Brooks Robinson. 5-2, and it's a ground ball to second base. And they're just going to allow Frank Robinson to score. They're not going to take a chance. He would score on a 1-3 or a 6. So the only 2 numbers could get him out, so they're going to allow the run to score. It's 1-0 Orioles. There's one away for Boog Powell. 2-1 pitcher result. 1-3 against the lefty is an out, but that's a 10. Boog Powell, 3-3. Star 4 is a ground ball to third. 2 down for Davey Johnson. 6-3, possible error. A possible error. Johnson, 3-3, ground ball to second, looking for an error. It's a 14. The error rating of the second baseman Andrews is only a 7, so it will not be an error. He will make the play, and the inning's over. A run on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 2, it's 1-0 Orioles. Maybe the Red Sox should have played the infield in, as it turned out. The way those rolls came out, they probably would have been okay and would have been able to not give up a run, but you don't know that going in. You're just trying to avoid a big inning. All right, so Jerry Stevenson throws right-handed but bats left-handed as a pitcher. 250 hitter, is 4 for 16, but no power. Harden, 4-5, and that is the ballpark card. So we're going to Memorial Stadium for the first time, but again, no power results. 6-6 is a rare play. We don't have to worry about it. It's a rare play. Bases empty, rare play. Bases empty, rare play. A 25. First baseman goes in the hole and makes the play and hurts himself on the play. Resolve as a G3 range play. So Boog Powell may have hurt himself on this. But first we're going to check for the range. Boog Powell's range is a 2. So not very good. He needs a 1 or a 2 to get to this. He does not. It's going to get through for a base hit, single or a double. It's a single for the pitcher, Stevenson. But now we're checking Boog Powell for injury off the rare play. So let's check Boog Powell's injury factor. Look at his card. Boog Powell injury factor is a 3. So on the chart, a 3. He's going to be gone no matter what. So he's going to be out the rest of this game. He can come back in the second game of the doubleheader, but he's out for this game. He's going to have to be removed. And that's a big hit for the Orioles and a big help for the Red Sox. So let's see who the Orioles want to bring in. That's their roster. Who can play first base is the question. Who they have on the bench that plays first base? And the answer is nobody. So they're going to take one of their regular guys and move him to first base. Kurt Blefary can play first base. Frank Robinson can play first base. So they're going to take Kurt Blefary. He can play first base. They're going to move Blefary to first base, which means they need a new left fielder. So Blefary will now be at first base for the injured Powell. And Powell will be out of there. And the new left fielder will be... Who's the best left fielder they have? Actually, it's going to be... they don't have much in the hitting-wise in the outfield. They'll go with the best fielder, and that's Dave May. So Dave May will come in the game to play left field. So May will take over in left field as Blefary changes from left to first. May takes over as the first base, as a left fielder. Blefary takes over at first base. So let's update the score sheet. Lefty now at first base, and his first base, he's a 3 and a 5. And in left field, we have May hitting in the 6th position, and he's a 3-0 plus 1. And he runs at a 4. So early on, an injury in the third inning of this first game of the doubleheader. And Jerry Stevenson, because of the failed range play, will get first base on the single. How about that? Shaking things up. All right. Hello, Mr. RJL. I am doing a live doubleheader. Since I got mocked for doing a recorded doubleheader, I decided to go ahead and do the live doubleheader. I didn't realize you weren't recording. Streaming. I thought that's why I waited so long. Then I realized you weren't streaming. I would have started earlier. But anyway, here we go. Tabby's here. She's just quiet. All right, strategy roll. Nothing. There's no strategy roll needed because the pitcher's not going anywhere, and he has no chance for balk or pickoff. And Tartables, well, he could bunt, I guess, but I don't want to bunt. Harden 4-4 range play. The infield is halfway, so could be a bad range play. Let's see. 1-3. It's a fly to center. We're checking the range of the center fielder Blair. He's a 5. So 1-5, he hauls this thing in. And he does. So Paul Blair makes the catch. 1 down. And Mike Andrews the batter. Harden to Andrews. 1-6 strikeout. That's a 3. He got him. Struck him out. 2 down for Yaz. With Stevenson still at first base and now 2 outs. 1-3 is a blank. We go to Yaz. 2-5 pops to second. Davey Johnson is there, and that's going to end the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. Go to bottom of the third. Still 1-0 O's. Here in game 1, Red Sox are 3.5 back. If they lose this first game, they'll be four full games back. And it's going to be very, very bleak for them to try to catch up. So, must-win game for the Red Sox. All right, here's Larry Haney. 1-4, that's the ballpark card going to Larry Memorial Stadium for Larry Haney. 2-4, it's a ground ball to first. Easy play for George Scott, 1 away. For the pitcher Harden, he was a 135 hitter. Did have 9 sacrifice flies. Is that even right? Something doesn't look right there. His sacrifice fly rating is a 9, RJL. How do you that's got to be an error. That's got to be something's got to be going on. His sacrifice fly rating cannot be a 9. How is his sacrifice fly rating a 9? How do we resolve that? Did he even have any sacrifice? He had 3 RBI. Were they? Does that mean it's an automatic sacrifice fly or what? I mean, I don't know. I just noticed that. So, not that it comes up. He's not in that kind of situation right now. In fact, he's in a bunt situation. So Stevenson strategy roll. Nothing going on there. So he's going to bunt. He's a 3 bunter, becomes a 2 bunter with the corners in. And now we're going to pitch and see if there's a strikeout. 5-4. No, but there's a possible error on the throw on this bunt. So, yeah, okay, all right. So we're going to check for the bunt, and there's also a possibility of a throwing error on who the bunt goes to. So on the bunt chart, the fielder will be the first baseman, George Scott. His error rating is a 9. So, first of all, we're going to see if he even gets to this. Was a good bunt or not. And he needs a 1 to 10 to have a good bunt. 4, it's a good bunt. So it's a good sacrifice, but does the ball get thrown away? 1 to 9. It's a 3. It's going to be a throwing error. So he'll get credit with a sacrifice hit, but it's also a throwing error as he threw it back to the pitcher covering Stevenson. And actually, not Stevenson. It would be the second baseman, Andrews. Andrews is a 3. He's the receiver. See if he can catch this thing. He does not. But then Harden only runs at a 1. And let's see. I mean, why would Harden be bunting? There be nobody on. My bad. I was looking at the wrong score sheet. Retract all of that. Harden's not bunting. I was looking at the single by Stevenson, thinking the guy was on first base. Ugh. That's a bad mistake. We have it only in game one of a doubleheader. Oh well. So Harden's going to swing away. We already know that. But we do know it's an error on a throw. We do know that much. So we're checking Harden for an error on the throw. 4-5. That's a star 2. Fly to left. There is no error on the throw on that. So there's 2 away. I don't know why I thought somebody was on first base. That just kind of freaks me out. Guess I'm getting old. Steven. Oh, I'm not getting old. I'm already there. 6-3. Possible error. Aparicio. 1-1. Star 5. Fly to center. Error chance on the center fielder, Reggie Smith. He is a 3. No error there. He will make the catch. And it's 3 up and 3 down. So 3 innings in the books, and we've got a 1-0 Oriole lead. The big story is Boog Powell is injured in the rest of this game, so the Orioles have to do a makeshift lineup, moving Blefary to first and putting Dave May in left field. All right, George Scott will lead off the top of the 4th. And here is Harden, 1-6 strikeout, 4 got him. Hello, Chuck. How you doing? Anybody else I missed? Apologize. I think I've seen everybody that came in so far, or at least the ones that are chatting. All right, here's Reggie Smith. 4-6 strikeout again, 1 got him. Harden dealing here in the top of the 4th. Red Sox are in deep trouble. 3-2 blank. Dalton Jones. 2-5, grounds it right back to Harden. Easy 1-2-3 inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground ball back to the mound. Sox looking meek here in this game. It's 1-0 still. And now Blefary with his first at bat as a first baseman. Of course, as a left fielder, he struck out. Stevenson, 3-4 is a walk chance. 16 is too high. Blefary, 4-5. That's a single to center field for Kurt Blefary. Leadoff single to start the 4th. Blefary's attempt is just a 1. So he cannot get the jump, cannot get the lead. He will stand pat, and Paul Blair the batter. 1-2 is a range play. Infield is halfway. Blair, 3-1, star 5 to fly to center. So it's again a range play on Reggie Smith. And again, he is a 4. So Reggie Smith, he had an error chance and he passed that, but now he has a range chance, 1-4. And he makes the play. So he's up to the task again. And there's 1 away for Frank Robinson. Nothing on the Havoc. All right, so what you're saying is basically if he comes up in a sacrifice fly opportunity, it's pretty much automatic is what they're saying. All right, 1-2, range play again. Frank Robinson, 4-5. That's a single to right field, but it's a range check on the right fielder, Tartable. He's a 2. 1-2, he takes the hit away. He does not. It's going to be a single to right field. And now we'll pull in our running chart. Go from first to third on a single to right against Boston. You add 2. Blefary's a 3. You add 2, makes him a 5. And he's in there. So he's in there thanks to the first to third. We got runners at the corners with only 1 out. And now what do you do with the Red Sox? Brooks Robinson is your batter. He is a double play candidate. But Stevenson's a -1 double play effect. So I think they're going to play the infield in. I don't think they can afford to, have a fielder's choice happen to them. The way their offense is going, they just can't afford to give any more runs. So the infield is in. 1-1 is an error on a ground ball, possibly. Robinson, 6-5. Single to right field. There is no error there, but it is a single. That will score Blefary, so it didn't matter how the infield was. Single to right again is a +2. Robinson's a 3. He becomes a 5. 1-5. He makes it. He does not. Let's see what happens after this. The right fielder arm is a 0, so a 1 to 3, we go to the third roll. 4 to 6, he holds. He holds, so he holds at second base. But it's an RBI single for Brooks Robinson. Brooks Robinson with an RBI single. It's 2-0 Orioles. And now the Red Sox might get their bullpen going. Might have to. They have a right-hander, Dan Osinski, loosening the pen just in case it gets any worse. Nothing going on here. Three, 4, and that is a walk chance. 18 is way too high for that. We go to May. 5-4, and that is a single past the pitcher. Single past the pitcher, S1, and to score from second, all you need is everybody scores from second. Doesn't matter what your run rating is. So Frank Robinson will score. Can Brooks Robinson go to third? Need a 4 to go to third. He does not have it. He has to hold at second base. But now it's 3-0 Orioles. And now you wonder if that might be it for Stevenson. Does bat third next inning. They'd love to get him through the inning. They're gonna leave him in there. Face Davy Johnson. 4-5. That's a walk chance. 10 is gonna walk him. So now that's gonna do it. They're gonna have to pull him. They have no choice at this point. They're already down 3-0. Bases are loaded with only 1 out, and the catcher Larry Haney is coming up. So Stevenson is going to go bye-bye. No double switch. They're just going to have Osinski try to get him out of the inning. Against Larry Haney. So Osinski is on. His only job is to get out of this inning. Then they'll pinch hit for him. So Dan Osinski is in the game. Bases are loaded with 1 out, and Larry Haney the batter. Infield is in. No strategy roll needed because there's no balk chances here or anything like that. Osinski, 4-3. 4-3 is an automatic out to a right-hander. See what kind of out it is. It's a ground ball to short. The infield was in. The ground ball to short. So let's see. The runner at third is Brooks Robinson. He's a 3, which makes him a 1. So unless this is a 1 or a 6, I believe the out is recorded. It's 3, so they throw the force out at the plate. So Robinson is out 6-2 on the fielder's choice. Everybody else moves up a base. Keeps the bases loaded. So the bases are still loaded with now 2 outs and the pitcher Jim Harden. So Osinski has a chance to get out of it. Just got to get Harden. Whoops, Suadice. Let's try that again. 3-3. Possible error on a throw. 2-3 is a fly to center. That's going to end the inning. No throw needed. So Harden gets them out of the rest of the jam, but 2 runs come in for the Orioles. They lead it 3-0. 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors, and they left them loaded. So we go to the 5th, and that's going to be it for Osinski. We'll close the book on Stevenson, too. Osinski pitched 2/3 of an inning, didn't give up anything. So total of 3 runs and 5 hits given up by Osinski in 3 1/3 innings pitched. And let's see, he struck out 1, didn't walk anybody. But he's definitely on the hook for the loss. And the Orioles won this game real world 10-0. So they're off to a pretty good start right now. Top of the 5th, Jim Harden will be back out to pitch. It'll be Petrocelli, Gibson, and a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. And on their bench, looking at their left-handers, Norm Seburn's going to be the guy they bring in. He's the only lefty they got on the bench. He got him from San Francisco, so he's still wearing his San Francisco garb. But it's going to be Petrocelli, Petrocelli, Gibson, and No, Tabby is sitting on her blanket very quietly right now. All right. Harden. 1-2 is a range play at Memorial Stadium for Rico. 5-4. 5-4 is a single plus, but it is a range play to center field. Reggie Smith is a 4. A 1-4, he takes the hit away. No, I'm sorry. Paul Blair, center field. He's a 5. So 1-5, and he takes the hit away. It's a 6. How do you like that? It's a single plus, so Petrocelli's a 3. And Blair's a -1 for a 1-2. He's a 1-2 to get a double out of this. He does not. It's going to hold for a single for Petrocelli. So Petrocelli is on. Not even going to roll a strategy roll because there's not going to be any bunting. There's no things here, and Petrocelli is not going to steal if he got the jump. So no strategy roll. Harden, 3-4, walk chance, 4, walks him. So all of a sudden now, here come the Red Sox. And now the pinch hitter, Norm Seaburn, who they got from the Giants. He'll be on to pinch hit. See what he can do. 6-1, and against the lefty, it's automatic out. So we go to Harden, and we have a ground ball to third. Possible double play. We've got to figure out where it's hit to. That's a 2, which means it's toward the line. The only double play would be 5-3, so there'd be no pivot to worry about. Seaburn is a 1, +1 here. Halfway is a 3. So 1-3, and we got a double play. That would go third to first on a 1-3 double play chance. And they turn it. So it's going to be 5 unassisted. And then a 5-3 double play with Gibson taking second base. But that's a killer right there. Killed the rally with that double play. 2 down. Runner at second now. Hello, Doug. Hello, Chuck. Anybody else I might have missed? Harden to Tartable. 6-6 is a walk chance. 14 too much. We go to Tartable. 6-6 again. Ground ball to second. That's going to end the inning. So it started out promising for the Red Sox. That double play took the starch right out of them. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 left. The Orioles have shut out the Red Sox through 5 innings. And now the Red Sox will need a new pitcher to face the top of the Oriole order. We got righty, lefty, righty, righty. So they're going to a right-hander. See who can give them some innings. Some decent innings. Not just innings, but decent innings. And they're going to go to Gary Wazlewski. So Wazlewski will be coming on to pitch for the Red Sox. He can face 9 batters. So it will be Wazlewski facing Aparicio. 3-0 game, bottom of the 5th, game 1 of a doubleheader. Wazlewski, 2-4. That's a strikeout chance. 14, way too high for that. 3-3, and it's a fly to center field. And Aparicio is 0-for-3 with 3 flyouts to center field. That's kind of interesting. Now here's Bleffery. 1-3 is a possible error on a throw. 1-2, star 1's ground ball to second, but that's a 12. Andrews is only a 7, so no error there. He will make the play. 2 up and 2 down for Paul Blair. He's 0-for-2. 1-4, range play at the park, going to Memorial Stadium. 5-1, star 3, that is a ground ball to short, but it's a range play. Shortstop is Petrocelli. He's a 4. So 1-4, he makes the play. And he does, and the inning is over. 3 up and 3 down for Wazlewski. That's good for him, good for Boston. He can give him some innings. We go to the 6th. Still 5-0. Harden faced 28 batters. He's only faced 19, so he's in great shape in that area. And Mike Andrews, the batter. Harden, 2-5. Pitcher result. Right-hander, 1-16 is an out. That's a 5. It will definitely be an out. And it's going to be a ground ball to short. So Aparicio throws to Blefary, 1 away for Yaz. Yaz has had a 0 for 2, hit into a double play and popped out. 4-6, that's a strikeout chance. 10, too high. Red Sox have hit the 2 double plays in 5 innings. 5-2, he's going to single to right field, so finally gets a base hit. Will Yaz, and his attempt is a 2. Can't get the lead, so here comes George Scott. One long ball gets them right back in the game. That's the whole thing, but they just got to break through. They're in a funk right now. Harden, 3-3 is a blank. We go to George C. Scott. 6-4, star 5, fly to center. 2 down for Reggie Smith. Nothing on the Havoc. Harden. 3-1, that's a strikeout chance. Switch hitter, Reggie Smith, strikeout chance. That's a 1. Doesn't matter how he hits, he's going to strike out. That's going to end the inning. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 6, it's still 3-0 Orioles, as the Red Sox bats have just, I think, hibernated for the winter. Tigers may be ready to wrap this thing up and get ready for the Cardinals. I think the Tigers were the best team in '67 anyway. I know they didn't win it, but to me, they were the best team. And, of course, they proved that in '68. But I just think they were the best team. That overall, I think the Red Sox just got kind of lucky. My own personal opinion. All right, so here's Frank Robinson. 6-4, strikeout plus, and he's going to possibly get him. Let's see, 7 plus is a 17, plus 2 is a 19, so the 19 does strike him out. Took all he had to get that one. 1 away for Brooks Robinson. 4-6, walk chance, and he will draw the base on balls. 1 out walk to Brooksy. He has no opportunity to move up, but we do have pickoff possibilities and balk possibilities. But there's no 20 there. So here's Dave May, his first at bat since coming into the game. 1-4, range play at the park, and the infield is halfway. 1-3, and it's a ground ball to third. It is a range play. Third baseman range, Dalton Jones is a 2. It drops to a 1. So this most likely will get through. Unless we roll a 1, it's going to get through. It's a 1. How do you like that? Somehow or another, Dalton Jones gets to it. Can they turn a double play? Not likely. He's a 0. He's a 0. Halfway is a 1. The pivot at second is -1, so it's a 0. So when there's no chance for a double play, I guess we just roll and see if it's a fielder's choice or runner advance. It's a 4. So the 4 beats Yastrzemski. It beats Brooks Robinson. So we're going to call it a 5-4 fielder's choice. No chance of the double play, but they do get the force. 5-4 for out number 2. And that'll bring up Davey Johnson. 1 is not going to happen because we're not going to have Dave May, I don't believe, is going to run it. No, he has no stolen base attempts, so nothing to worry about there. Wazlewski, 3-6 against a right-hander is a strikeout chance. 10 does not get him. Go to Johnson. 4-2, power result to right field goes to 12. That's an 11. That's a triple for Davey Johnson. Let's look at it again. 4-2 is a power result to right. D20 is an 11. 10-12 is a triple. That is a triple for Davey Johnson. RBI triple to score Dave May, and the Orioles now lead it 4-0. And they're partying in D.C., where Detroit is in their motel, watching the game. They are partying. All right. Larry Haney, the batter. 2 outs, a runner at third for Haney. They're going to give him the free pass and pitch to Harden. They don't want to give up a cheap run to the 8th place hitter. So they're going to walk Haney. And pitch to Harden. This is the 9th batter for Wazlewski, so he'll be tired after this. So he's got to get Harden. 5-6, possible error on a ground ball. 4-5 is a star 2, which is a ground ball to third. But that's a 15. Dalton Jones, though, is a 19. It will be an error. So he boots it. E5, that will score the run. It is now 5-0. Haney takes second base. 5-0. Bad play by Dalton Jones. Brings home another run. Strategy rolls are now off. Wazlewski's 6-3 is a range play. Go to Aparicio. 2-1, single to right field. We're checking the range of Tartable. He's only a 2. And he can't get it. It's going to be a single to right for Aparicio. Let's see if Haney can score on a single to right. You add to score from home. You add 1, but with 2 outs, you add 2. So Haney becomes a 4. 1-4, he will come across the plate. He does. So Larry Haney will score 3 runs in the inning. 2 of them are unearned. Wazlewski is tired, but they want to try to get him through the inning, if at all possible. And here's Blefary. 2-2, and that's the ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Blefary. 2-3, and that is going to be a power result to right field. That's a 2, and the power result is a single to right field. Let's see what the single to right again to score from second is. You add 1. Harden's a 1. You add 1 makes him a 2, but with 2 outs it becomes a 3. 1-3, he scores. He does not. He's got a hole. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded for Paul Blair. Trying to get Wazlewski through the inning. 1-1. He does. It's an automatic out. And the out will be a ground ball to third. So the Orioles send 9 to the plate. 3 of them score. 2 of them are earned. So they got 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 big error. And they left them loaded. But at the end of 6, it is Baltimore 6 and Boston nothing. Remember, Baltimore won this game real world 10-0. And that's it for Wazlewski. He is toast. And he is ineligible for game 2 because he got tired in game 1. So now, Harden back out. He's got a 6-0 lead to enjoy. He'll be facing Dalton Jones, Rico Petrocelli, and Russ Gibson to start the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time. We may have a tabby sighting. We'll see. All right, Harden can face 28 batters, so he's still in good shape. 3-6 is a walk chance to the lefty, but it's too high, so we go to Dalton Jones. 2-3, it's a fly to right field. 1 away. Rico Petrocelli, your batter. Harden 4-5, that's the ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Rico. 2-6, it's a star 4, which is going to be a fly to left field. 2 down. 2 down for Russ Gibson. And there's a pinch hitter on deck for Wazlewski if needed. 5-4, it's a blank. I say if needed, that means if Gibson reaches. 6-5, he does not reach. It's a fly to right field. 3 up and 3 down. Nothing doing for the Sox. We go to the 7th inning stretch, and Jim Harden is pitching a beauty. 7 innings pitched, and he is solidly doing a job. A 4-hit shutout through 7 innings. And the Red Sox will need a new pitcher, and I believe there will be a double switch because they want to have the pitcher pitch several innings without him coming up in the lineup. So let's see who made the most recent out. That would be Mr. Gibson. But do they want to? They may go with Dalton Jones. They're going to bring in Joe Foy to play third base, and he will bat 9th. as a third baseman, and the pitcher spot will take over in number 6 spot for Dalton Jones. Dalton Jones is out of the game. Foy's not much better than Jones. He's a 1 E18. So Foy is in, and the pitcher spot is here. So Foy now takes over. Dalton Jones, this is the pitcher spot now. And at third base is Foy. And now we need a new pitcher. Who's that new pitcher going to be? That's the question. And let's see who they've got. Looks like Bucky Brandon is going to be coming on. Right-hander, Bucky Brandon. So Brandon will bat in this number 6 position. Bucky Brandon. And Foy will bat in the number 9 position, which is leading off the inning. And Dalton Jones is gone from this ball game. And Red Sox fans are probably saying good riddance. So Bucky Brandon, 4th Red Sox pitcher. Wazlewski went 2 innings. He did a perfect 5th, but the 6th was terrible. He gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them were earned. Walked 2, 1 of them intentional, and he struck out 1. So I'm going to take a quick stretch break here at the 7th inning stretch. We'll see if we can get Tabby involved. I'll fix the focus here real quick. See if we can get Tabby to be a little excited about this. So let's see what we can do with that. Let's pan the camera around now, or the phone around now, and here's Tabby. Hey, Tabby. Say something for the 7th inning stretch. Got anything to say for the 7th inning stretch? No, you just want to scratch yourself for the 7th inning stretch. Well, you're fussy. Why are you so fussy? See, she was fussy, so I knew it was probably a bad idea to do that. Bad idea to do that, I assume. So anyway, that's my setup in case you were curious. That's what holds the phone right here. Phone goes into the slot, and that's what points down to the field, in case you were curious. That's what I use. Now I got to get everything back in place. But for those that wanted to see Tabby, I wanted to show Tabby. Get the focus together here. Now let me make sure everything is showing the way it should be. That is right, Dav. She is a big Tiger fan. That is for sure. She's definitely pulling for the Tigers. All right, so let's get everything in place. It looks like a little tilted, so let's move it around. Oh, wrong way. Maybe I got to do it this way. Had it wrong the first time. Let's tilt it back. I don't want anybody. There we go. Okay. I think that's going to be decent now. Hope so. All right. So Bucky Brandon start the bottom of the 7th against Frank Robinson. 6-0 O's. Brandon 1-2 home run question mark. It's a right-hander. It's automatic, and for Frank Robinson, it's automatic. So Frank Robinson will greet. Wait a minute, was it Frank Robinson who made the last? Yeah, because Blair made the last out, grounding to third. So yeah, Frank Robinson, and he's a double away from the cycle. He tripled in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and now he homers in the 7th. The only question is he might not get another at bat, but he is a double away from the cycle as he greets Bucky Brandon with a home run, 7-0. Favor of the Orioles. Brandon trying to regroup, 2-5. Nothing going on there. 1-6, and that's a fly to left. And the Memorial Stadium crowd is mocking, heckling the pitcher, saying, "Let's go, Brandon." 1-3, strikeout. Got him. 2 down as Dave May is retired. Here's Davey Johnson. 6-1, strikeout 10, too high. Go to Johnson. 2-2, grounded to short to end the inning. A run on a hit, no errors and nobody left, thanks to the home run from Frank Robinson. At the end of 7, it is 7-0. Again, Orioles won the game real world 10-0. So, are we surprised? Harden now can face 28 batters. He's faced 27, but to me, he's earned the right to continue. And Joe Foy is your first batter. He came in on that double switch. So he is in that number 9 position. So it'll be Joe Foy getting his first at bat. And something's not right with this. Let's see if I can figure out what's going on here. It didn't look copacetic to me for whatever reason. So hopefully it's better now. All right. Harden, 4-6. Strikeout chance, 15 too much. Go to Foy. 1-6, single to left field. So Joe Foy leads off the 8th with a single. Harden is now tired, but they're going to let him continue. The Oriole bullpen is loosening, though. They do have action in their bullpen. And they have right-hander Stu Miller loosening in the bullpen, just in case. Just in case. Here's Tartable. Harden, 1-2, range play at the park on Memorial Stadium for range play. 5-3, power result to left field. That's a 20, though, so it's out of range. Just a fly to left, but it's a range play to left field. Left fielder range is Bleffery. Well, it used to be Bleffery, but now he's at first base. So the range is Dave May. He's a 3. So 1-3, and Dave May will make the catch. He does. So Dave May takes the hit away from Tartable. The fine running catch for out number 1. And that'll send up Mike Andrews. Harden to Andrews. 2-2, possible error. Go to Andrews. 1-5, liner to second. That's a 1, but I don't think there could be errors on line drives. There cannot, so it's going to get caught. In fact, there's a chance of a double play. On a line drive to second base with a runner on first, a 1 or a 2 turns this into a double play. And it does. It's a double play. Not only not an error, it's a double play. They double Foy off. So it's going to go 4 and then 4-3 DP. Third double play hit into by the Red Sox. It's been one of those nights here in Game 1 for the Sox. As Jim Harden, that'll do it for Jim Harden. They're going to just let Stu Miller finish the game because Harden comes up to bat next, and no sense wearing him out. He's already tired. No sense wearing him out. He pitched a whale of a game. 8 innings pitched of shutout ball for Jim Harden. And let's see how many hits did he give up. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So 5-hit shutout through 8 innings. He walked 2, 3. He walked 3. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. That's another. You don't get this score sheet on that other channel. You don't get to see a score sheet on the other channel. You have no idea what's going on with the other channel. No idea who's on the lineup or what the score is. You know what the score is, but what the score sheet looks like, or who's in the bench and the bullpen. You have no idea on the other channel. So let's see who's going to pinch hit for the Orioles. Looks like it'll be Russ Snyder that will pinch hit for Harden. So we're going to have Haney, Snyder, and Aparicio against Bucky Brandon here in the bottom of the 8th of a 7-0 ball game. Brandon 3-4, and that's a walk chance. That's 16. He will not walk him, so Haney will swing it. 4-6, ground ball to third. Joe Foy puts it away, 1 down. And now the pinch hitter Snyder. Pinch hitter Snyder. 5-6, strikeout 16, too much. Go to Snyder. 6-2, it's ground ball to first. George Scott puts it away. So Bucky Brandon, aside from the leadoff homer to Frank Robinson, he has retired all 5 he's faced after that. Here's Aparicio, 1-3 strikeout, 16 too much. Go to Aparicio. 5-3. He's going to line it to third, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Orioles in the 8th inning. And close the book on Brandon. He goes 2 innings, gives up a hit and a run, no walks and a strikeout. So we go to the top of the 9th in the game number 1. And the new Oriole pitcher will be Stu Miller. Stu Miller. The Red Sox will have 2 pitchers unavailable in game 2. And that will be Bucky Brandon, and it will also be Wazlewski. And Osinski, all 3 are going to be unavailable because he got tired and they pitched 2 innings. So I went to find they got plenty of pitching, so we're not going to use these 3 guys except unless we run out of pitchers. We're not going to use them in game 2. So Carl Yastrzemski will lead off the top of the 9th against Stu Miller. And right now the Red Sox are thinking about game 2. 3-5 is a walk chance, and that's a 12, and he will walk him. Red Sox will fall 4 games in back of the Tigers. Hello, Denny. I've kind of done something like that, but I tell you the best tutorial is RJL when he does his slow playthrough. He does the best job at a tutorial that I think I've seen, so I would check that out for sure. If you want to check a tutorial out, let's go slow and detailed. I think he's your best bet. Hate to give the other channel credit, but sometimes you got to give credit where credit's due. Here's Miller, 5-1 ballpark card going to George Scott. 1-6 on the ballpark card is a G2. Now, I know that RJL had some kind of homebrew about this G2 thing, but I'm going to play it like it has it on the chart. And a G2, let's see here. It's a G2. We're checking. It's a possible double play. He's a 2. And the pivot would be, with the runner on first, right hand to be second baseman pivot. That would be Davey Johnson. He's a 0. So 1-2, we got a double play. Anything else? It's a 1. It's going to be a double play. It's going to go 2-4 to 3 double play. And that is the 4th double play the Red Sox have hit into in this ball game. Now Reggie Smith try to end the misery. 3-5. That is a blank. We go to Reggie Smith. 1-2. It's a single pass first. So not finished yet. And now we got the pitcher spot, Bucky Brandon. So he is going to be pinch hit for by one of the Red Sox. That at this point it probably doesn't matter who they use. They don't have any more lefties. They only have 1 lefty on the bench. So they'll just go with anybody they can find. Their whole bench is terrible. They'll go with Jerry Adair. Why not? So Jerry Adair will pinch hit. This is going to be Adair to pinch hit against Stu Miller. 3-2. Wild pitch. 4. It is a wild pitch, so that will move the runner to second. He's in scoring position. They could score a run in this thing and prevent the shutout. 6-3 is a blank. We go to Jerry Adair. 1-4. It's a star 2 ground ball to first. Blefrey has it, and the ball game is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. There you go. Game 1 is in the books. The Orioles crushed the Red Sox 7-0. Like I said, they won the real game 10-0. And with that loss, the Red Sox now drop 4 games back. That's the updated standings. 4 games back with 7 to play. So pretty much they have to win out and hope they get help. If they lose any more games, it's pretty much Katie bar the door. Let's do the totals real quickly. There was 1 error on Dalton Jones. I know that much. Don't think there were any other errors, just the 1 error on Dalton Jones. So Boston had the error. Miller went 1 inning, gave up a hit and a walk, nothing else. So 6 hits for the Red Sox. For the Orioles, let's see what they pounded out. 5, 8, and I got them for 9 hits. But there were lots of walks in there too. So for the Orioles, 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Red Sox, no runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Winning pitcher was Jim Harden. Losing pitcher was Jerry Stevenson. And Game 1 is in the books. So, what happens when Game 1 is in the books? We move on to Game 2. It'll be Jose Santiago against Pete Rickard in Game 2. So the Red Sox just, hanging on for dear life, so to speak. And let's get my little line score thing in here. And kind of see behind the scenes what I do to get ready. So we're going to plop this sucker right here. Tape it down as best I can, and there's your Game 2 right here, which Boston won in real world 10-3. So yeah, I guess there's hope, so to speak. Now I got to put the cards in the lineups that are there. You can see the lineups right here. You can look at those while I get ready. We're going to have Joe Foy lead off at third base. Jerry Adair, who just pinch hit, will be at second base. Yaz bats third. George Scott bats cleanup. Reggie Smith fifth. Rico sixth. Hawk Harrelson will hit in the seventh position. Elston Howard, the catcher, will hit eighth, and Jose Santiago, the pitcher, will bat ninth. So that's what the Red Sox have going for them. Boog Powell is eligible to come back now and play in Game 2. His injury was just for one game, and whether it's a doubleheader or not, I count it as one game, not one day. So Boog Powell is in the starting lineup. So we'll get him back to where he can play. Because I do as-played lineups, and I don't want to take somebody out to not be able to play a game. So if Aparicio, basically the same lineup except for the new pitcher. Everything's the same except for the new pitcher. That is the only difference, is the new pitcher, Pete Rickard. So let me get Pete Rickard out here. There is Pete Rickard. So player of the game in Game 1 was obviously Stu Miller, as he shut down the Red Sox. Although you could make a case for Frank Robinson, he was a double short of the cycle. But I think the way Harden pitched, he just demoralized the Red Sox, for lack of a better term. All right, so we're about ready for Game 2. Let me make sure everything is in place and we got focus and all that good stuff. And Tabby's doing what Tabby's doing over there. So I think we are ready to go for Game 2. Pete Rickard on the mound facing Joe Foy. Sox now down, of course, as we just saw. They are now 4 games back with 7 to play. So if they lose this, they'll be back by 5 in the loss column with 6 to play. It's pretty much all over at that point. And once Detroit clinches, then I'm going to call it and be done with it. Go straight to the World Series against the Cardinals. No sense playing games that don't matter in the standings, which is why I dropped Minnesota, Chicago, because they fell out a long time ago. All right, here's Rickard. 4-5, and that is a strikeout chance. 14, though, is too high. It's 11 plus the 2, so he missed it by 1. Here's Foy. 5-6 power result to left field. Goes to 11. That's a 9. That'll be a single for Joe Foy. So maybe a better start for the Red Sox here in Game 2. Foy's attempt is a 2. Can't go anywhere. Brings up Jerry Adair, second baseman. Rickard, 5-5. That is a blank because he's not tired. Go to Jerry Adair. 2-2, single pass short. How about that? So the Red Sox get their hitting shoes on. To get from first to third, you need a 5, though. Foy's only a 4, so he has to hold at second base. But first and second to start the game, and here's Yastrzemski. Rickard's got to get himself together. Can't be gloating about game 1 too long, because now we're into game 2. Rickard, 2-2, strikeout, 19, too much. We go to Yaz. 6-4, star 6, that's a fly to left. 1 away. To go from second to third on a fly to left, you lose 3, which drops Foy down to a 1. Left fielder is Blefrey. He's a -1, which drops Foy to a 0, so he cannot move up. He will have to hold. And here's George Scott. Nothing on this strategy. Rickard, 5-2, strikeout 12, got him. So he strikes out George Scott for out number 2. Boy, if the Red Sox come away with no runs in this inning, this could be a demoralizing start to game 2 after getting the first 2 runners on base. It's up to Reggie Smith to prevent that. 1-1, home run straight up out of the box against the lefty. He's an 11, but that's a 20. That's the kind of nice spin for the Red Sox. No home run, but he does get to swing. 5-2, star 4. It's ground ball to third. Brooks Robinson throws to first to end the inning. And boy, talk about snake bit. The Red Sox had a golden opportunity to put some runs on the board and could not do it. That's 10 innings in a row with no runs. And coming out for the Red Sox will be Jose Santiago, 12-4, 3.59 ERA. You'll see what he can do against this Oriole bunch. 1-6, strikeout 7, too high. Go to Aparicio. 5-1, single past third base. So Foy knocks it down but has no play. Aparicio has an attempt of 3 to get the lead. And he's got a 2, so he's got the lead. He's going to try to steal. 16 plus 3 is a 19. And then Elston Howard, a +1 is a 20. So anything other than a 20, he will be safe. And he is. So Louis Aparicio steals second base. And the Orioles are off and running again here in game 1, or game 2 rather. Aparicio at second base. Nope, no chance to move up this time. Santiago to Blefrey, 2-4, strikeout 7, got him. Blefrey out on strikes. So 1 away. And that will send up Paul Blair. Nothing happening on the strategy. Santiago to Blair. 3-5. That is another strikeout chance, and a 1 got him. So Santiago trying to pitch his way out of this. Here's Frank Robinson. He had 3 hits in game 1. Single, triple, and a home run. Santiago 3-6. Strikeout 7 got him. So Santiago comes back and strikes out the side after giving up the leadoff single. And at the end of 1, we got no score. So both teams blow an opportunity to put runs on the board. And now Rico Petrocelli against Rickard. 6-1, strikeout 6, got him. Petrocelli's out of there. Here's Hawk Harrelson in his Kansas City A's garb. Rickard, 1-2, range play. We go to Hawk Harrelson for the range play. 2-3, it's a liner to third. The range of the third baseman for the Orioles, of course, is Brooks Robinson. He is a 5. So 1-5, he snatches this liner. And he does. So takes the hit away from Hawk, and he can grab some bench. 2 down for Elston Howard in his Yankee garb. 6-1, strikeout 9, got him. Pete Rickard making mincemeat of the Red Sox. And we go to the bottom of the second, still no score. And due up for the Orioles is going to be the guy who made the nice play, Frank Robinson. Or Brooks Robinson, rather. Santiago, 6-1, possible error. Brooksy, 5-2, ground ball to second. That's an 18. Second baseman Adair is only a 7. So he will make the play. 1 down. For Boog Powell, coming back from injury in game 1. 1-2, hit by pitch. He's got injured. Now he's trying to hit, and he gets, but he won't get hit by a pitch because of -5. But boy, talk about getting snake bit. Powell will swing it though, 3-4, and it's going to be a ground ball to first. And the boomer puts him away, 2 down. For Davey Johnson. Santiago, 3-4 is a range play at the park, going to Memorial Stadium. 1-4, star 5. That's a ground ball to short. Range is Petrocelli. He's a 4. 1-4, he'll make the play. And he does. So 1-2-3 inning for Santiago. At the end of 2, we got no score. Here in game 2 of the doubleheader. And the pitcher, Santiago, will lead off for the Red Sox. He's a 190 hitter, not that bad. Plus, he's got a home run. 1-1, that's a straight-up home run there. His home run number is only an 8, though. That's a 16, so nothing going to happen. He will swing, though. 6-4, he grounds it right back to Rickard. Easy play, 1-3. If you're scoring at home, and you know you should be, especially on a doubleheader. All right, here is Foy. Rickard 4-6, that's a pitcher result. 1-8 is an out, that's a 4. So it will be an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to short. So 2 down, and Jerry Adair steps to the plate. Rickard 5-2, strikeout, 3 got him. Rickard is rolling. Give it the first 2 hits to the first 2 batters of the game, and he has given up nothing since. Go to the bottom of the 3rd, still no score from Memorial Stadium. Orioles looking to sweep the Red Sox right out of the playoffs. Red Sox hanging on by a thread. Even if they win this, they're still hanging on by a thread. Here's Larry Haney. 1-2, hit by pitch chance. 16, though, is too high. Go to Haney. 6-6, and that's a ground ball to 3rd. Handled by Foy, 1 away for Pete Rickard. He's an 093 hitter. Not very good, obviously. Santiago, 5-6, strikeout, got him. 2 down, so Santiago's retired 8 in a row now. Gave a single to Aparicio to lead the game and has retired the last 8 in a row, striking out 4 of them. 2-6 is blank. He's not tired. We go to Aparicio. 6-5, single to center, so he's the only one that can figure Santiago out. Aparicio has done it again with 2 hits. Needs a 3 for the jump, can't get it. Now here's Bleffery. 6-4, that's a pitcher result against a lefty. 1-3 is a single. That's a 1. It's an S1 single. An S1 single, to get from first to third on an S1, you have to have a 4 or better. And he's obviously a 4, so he will, plus there's 2 outs, actually makes him a 5. So he will get to third base. Now Bleffery has no attempt, so he can't go anywhere. No strategy roll will be needed. Here's Paul Blair. 3-5, that's a strikeout chance. 9, not going to get him. He's a 6 plus a 2 for an 8, but the 9's too high. Go to Blair. 4-2, that's a split chance against a right-hander. He singles past third base. 3rd consecutive hit. Aparicio will score. Bleffery, to get to 3rd, you need a 5. I'm sorry, you need a 6. He's not a 6. He's a 3 plus 1 for 2 outs makes him a 4. So he will stop at second base, but the Orioles now lead it 1-0. And now here's Frank Robinson. Santiago, 3-3. Ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Frank Robinson's at bat. And if he gets into 1, it could really be trouble. 3-5. It's going to be a single plus. So that means Bleffery's going to score automatically, and Blair will take 3rd automatically. Question is, does Frank Robinson stretch this to a double? He runs at a 3. Hawk Harrelson's arm is a +1, so it's a 1-4. He makes a double out of this. He does not. He's got a hole with a single, but it's an RBI single for Frank Robinson. All this with 2 outs and nobody on. Top of the order is wreaking havoc. And now here's Brooks Robinson. See if Frank Robinson can get in. He has no attempt again. So Santiago, 4-5. That is a strikeout chance, too high. 6-1, and again against the right-hander, that's a split chance for a ground out to third. So that time the split took the hit away. It's going to end the inning. But 2 runs for the Orioles. They do it on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. So at the end of 3, it is Baltimore 2 and Boston nothing. And Boston now has gone 12 innings in a row with no runs, as they were shut out in game 1. So the offense has just left them completely. And the Tigers are loving. The Tigers are like Loverboy. They're loving every minute of it. So here's Rickert. 6-4. That's a hit by pitch chance. 9 is too high. We go to Yastrzemski. 3-5. That's a power result to right field. Up to 19 against a righty. That's a 7. So it'll be a double for Yaz. Leads off with a double. Brings up George Scott. No 20, so nothing happening. Rickard, 3-3, possible error on a throw. Go to Scott, 1-4. Star 2 is a fly to right field. That's out number 1. Now, will there be a throw is the question. And there will be a throw because the runner on second has a chance to get to third. To go from second to third on a fly to right, you lose 1, so that would make him a 2. Right fielder arm, Robinson's a 0. So it's a 1-2. 1-2. And he will make it to third base. He does not. Let's check for an error on the throw. Robinson's error rating is only a 1. So there is not going to be an error, and he cannot make third. So cannot go to third, cannot pass go, cannot collect $200. It's just a fly out to right. And that brings up Reggie Smith. Nothing happening. Rickard, 2-4. Home run question mark against a switch hitter batting right-handed is a 1-6, but that fails. So we go to Reggie Smith. 1-3, pops it up to short. 2 down. 2 down for Rico. Rickard to Rico. 4-4, strikeout chance 13 is going to get him. And that's going to end the inning. So the leadoff double comes to nothing. No runs a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 O's, and that's 13 innings in a row. Now the Red Sox have not scored in this doubleheader. So their offense has just gone away completely. Here's Boog Powell. He'll lead things off against Santiago, 2-3, and that's a straight-up single for a left-hander. Boog Powell, leadoff single. He cannot go anywhere, so he will hold fast. No strategy roll needed. There's Davey Johnson. 5-1, range play. They are at double play depth. Johnson, 5-4. Ground ball to third, so range play. Foy's already a 1. Their double play depth makes him a 0, so he cannot make the play at all. It's definitely going to get by him for a base hit. Question is it going to be a single or a double? That's a single, so it's going to single. Knocked down by Foy, but he can't do anything with it. It's a single. Powell will stop at second base. So the first 2 are on to start the inning for Larry Haney. Santiago, 5-4. Straight up home run chance. He's a 4, but that's a 12, so no home run. He will swing, though. 5-2. Ground ball to short, possible double play. He's a 2. Nothing there. Halfway is a 3. The pivot at second base, Adair is a 0. 1-3 is a double play. And they turn it. How about that? 6-4-3. That might help them get out of the inning because Rickard is going to bat next. Boog Powell's at third, but now there are 2 outs and Pete Rickard the batter. Santiago can get out of this. 5-4. Straight up home run chance, but he has no power, so nothing to worry about there. Go to Rickard. 4-3. It's a ground ball to second. Handled by Adair, and the inning is over. So he pitches around the 2 leadoff singles with the help of double play. At the end of 4, it's 2-0. Favor the O's. 2-0 favor of the O's. And I realize we're running, it's running late in the evening, as Paul Simon used to sing, but we're going to try to get through this. Get the focus back in play, hopefully. All right, top of the 5th. Rickert back out. And he'll be facing the Hawkaroo, Hawk Harrelson. Line to Robinson his first time up. 4-1 is a blank to a right-hander. Go to the Hawk. 4-3. That's a double to center field for Hawk Harrelson. So a leadoff double once again. Question is, will it amount to anything? Here's Elston Howard. Strategy roll for a pickoff. Nothing happening. Rickert, 6-4. And that is a hit by pitch chance. He's a 6, -6 though. Takes that away. Go to Howard, 5-5. Against a lefty, that's a single pass shortstop. So let's see if they can score their first run. Harrelson's a 4. To score from second on an S6, all he needs a 3. So the Red Sox finally break through on the scoreboard. RBI single from Elston Howard makes it a 2-1 ball game. And Santiago is your batter. They will play for the bunt. So strategy roll for pickoffs. Nothing happening. Now we're going to roll for the bunt. Well, first of all, Rickert's going to pitch. 6-2. It's a blank to a righty, so the bunt is in order. He's a 2, drops to a 1, which means on a bunt, on a 1, you need 1 to 8 to have a good bunt. It will be fielded by the catcher, Larry Haney. And now he needs a 1 to 8 to be a good bunt. It is a good bunt. So Santiago does the job. Haney fields it. His only play is to first. Sacrifice hit 2-4 as Davey Johnson covers first base. Elston Howard takes second for out number 1. But the tying run is now in scoring position for Joe Foy. 1-3 is wild pitch. That's a 1, but it's a pass ball possibility on Haney. And his pass ball rating is a 3. And he stops it. Ooh, barely. All right, so that's going to keep him at second base. Rickert to Foy, 4-4, strikeout, 12. He's an 11, +2 from the stadium, strikes him out. Big turn of events there. That could have been disastrous for the Orioles. But Haney blocked the pitch. All right, now here is Adair, last chance with the tying run at second base. Rickert, 3-4 ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for the Adair at bat. 4-1, it's a double to left field for Jerry Adair. And now we have got a tie ball game as the Orioles have given up their lead. It is now 2-2. Thanks to the RBI double from Jerry Adair. That'll bring up Yaz. 6-2 is a strikeout plus to Yaz, so that will get him to end the inning. But the Red Sox tie the game with 2 in the top of the 5th. They do it on 3 hits. 2 of them were doubles. No errors and left 1 on base. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. We are tied at 2 apiece. And we got some hope from Red Sox Nation. Santiago. But even if they win, there'll still be 3.5 back with 7 to play. So it's still bleak either way you go. Santiago, 3-3 ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Aparicio. 3-2 is a ground ball to third. 1 away. And that sends us to Kurt Blefary. 1-1. That's a straight up single against Blefary. Straight up single. Blefary has no attempt to steal. So here's Paul Blair. 2-1 range play. 3-1 star 5 is a ground ball to short. The range of Petrocelli is a 4, but halfway for the double play is now a 3. 1-3 to get to this, and he can't. It's a base hit, pass short. Single pass short as Petrocelli was unable to get to it. And on an S6 to get from first to third, you need a 5. Bleffery's only a 3, so he will hold at second base. So first and second with one out for Frank Robinson. Santiago. 3-3. Ballpark card again, going right back to Memorial Stadium. 2-2 is a fly to right field for out number 2. Bleffery is a 3. To get from second to third, you lose one, makes him a 2. But then the arm of Harrelson's a +1, so we're back at a 3. 1-3, he goes to third base. And he does. So he takes third on the play. So runners at the corners. Runners are at the corners with 2 outs. And here is Brooks Robinson. 4-5. That is a strikeout chance. 2 got him. It's going to end the inning. So for the Orioles, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We played 5, and we're tied at 2. And I hope everybody watching is enjoying this doubleheader and hadn't fallen asleep. I'm still fairly wide awake, I guess. Or as wide awake as I can be. Rickert can face 25 batters. He has faced 21. So I got to keep an eye on that. Here's George Scott. They like to get him through the inning because he is set to bat 4th next inning. So here's George Scott. 1-2 is a range play. Go to Scott. 5-5, single to center, but it's a range play, and Paul Blair's a 5. 1-5, he takes the hit away. And he does. So easy play there for out number 1. And that will bring up Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith, the batter. Check something real quick just to make sure that we've got something going on here. All right, Reggie Smith, the batter. Against Rickert. 1-4, strikeout 8. Got him. So 2 away to start the 6th, and that brings up Rico Petrocelli. He struck out twice, 2-6. He might strike out again, and he does. He gets the hat trick. So Rico has the hat trick. And we go to the bottom of the 6th in a 2-2 ball game. And that might be all for Rickert if they get, especially if they get to his part in the batting order. Here's Boog Powell to lead off against Santiago. 5-4 straight up home run chance. He's an 11. That's a 6. It is gone. Boog Powell comes back from injury in the first game to make a vengeance in the second game. A solo shot. Look at it again. 5-4. It's a straight up home run against right-handers. He's an 11. That's a 6. So easy home run for Boog Powell, and the Orioles reclaim the lead 3-2. And here's Davy Johnson. 5-4, and that's another home run straight up. He's a 6. That's a 16, though, so no home run. Go to Johnson, 2-5, and he grounds to second, 1 away. That'll bring up Larry Haney. 2-2, blank. Haney, 2-1, ground ball to third. That's out number 2. Now, let's see what they want to do here. With nobody on, they're going to go ahead and let Rickert hit since nobody's on base. Santiago, 3-4, range play at the park. Might even get on the range play. 3-5. That's a single to right field, but it's a range check of Hawk Harrelson. He's a 2. And he makes the play, takes the hit away from Rickert to end the inning. But the home run off of Big Boog Powell has given the Orioles a 3-2 lead after 6 from Memorial Stadium. And that's going to be it for Santiago. He's going to bat third this inning. They need a pinch hitter. So Rickert is going to come back out. He can face 25 batters. He's already faced 25. Or actually, the 25th batter is coming up next, Hawk Harrelson. So the bullpen for the Orioles is loosening. They have right-hander Eddie Watt. Eddie Watt is in the bullpen. And the Red Sox will need a pinch hitter as well. for Santiago. And they will go with Dalton Jones to pinch hit. So we bring our lineup board. Dalton Jones is going to pinch hit for Santiago. But first, it's going to be Petrocelli and Harrelson. I'm sorry, it's going to be Harrelson and Howard. My bad. Harrelson, Howard, and Dalton Jones. Here in the top of the 7th of now a 3-2 Oriole lead, thanks to Boog Powell. Rickert. 2-2, strikeout 18, too much. Go to the Hawkaroo. 1-4, fly to center. 1 away for Elston Howard, and they're going to let Rickert continue until he gets in trouble. But Watt is in the bullpen ready to go. 5-5, and now he's going to have to come out because he hit the fatigue roll, and that's an automatic single. So Rickert will have to leave. And with Dalton Jones coming in, they're still going to go with Eddie Watt. That's who they announced, and that's who they're going to bring in. So Eddie Watt will be the new pitcher for the Orioles. Can't close the book on Rickert just yet because he is responsible for Elston Howard. So, but right now Eddie Watt is on. So the Orioles have used Eddie Watt. And now Dalton Jones pinch hitting for the Red Sox. Watt, 4-1, blank to a lefty, so we go to Jones. 4-4, liner to short, could be a double play. So line drive to short. When there is a line drive to short with a runner on first, if you roll a 1, we get a double play. So we're going to roll again, see if we get a 1. We do. It's a line drive to short, and they double up Elston Howard. It's going to go L6, 6-3, double play to end the inning. Red Sox snake bitten again. And we go to the 7th inning stretch, and we can close the book on Rickert now because he got out of it. So Rickert's going to go 6 1/3 innings. He's going to give up 2, 3, 6, 7 hits and 2 runs, which were both earned. He's going to walk no one. He didn't walk anybody. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts for Rickert. And he is the pitcher of record to get the victory if they hold on and don't lose the lead. And now the Red Sox need a new pitcher because they pinch hit for Santiago. Coming up for the Orioles, it'll be the top of the order, Aparicio, so they're probably going for a right-hander, possibly. Let's see who they might want to go to here. They're going to go to Dave Moorhead. So Dave Moorhead will pitch, and we can close the book on Santiago. Santiago gave up 3 runs in his 6 innings of pitching. Gave up 1, 5, 7, 9, 10 hits. He walked no one. There's not been a walk in the game at all by either pitcher. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got him 4, but he is the pitcher of record for losing the game. See if that holds up. So Moorhead is on. He's 5-4 with a 4.34 ERA. He is on to face Aparicio here in the bottom of the 7th. It is the 7th inning stretch, so I think I will stand up for just a second and give a final stretch before we get these last couple of innings. Check everything out, make sure Tabby's okay. She is. Make sure the focus is good. Looks like it is. That's enough of that. Let's get rolling. It's 10:24 Eastern time or so, around 10:20 something Eastern time. So let's roll on and try to finish this thing before it gets too late. All right, Moorhead, 2-3, and that is a strikeout chance. 17, though, way too high. Go to Aparicio. 5-2, fly to left. 1 down. And that'll bring up Blefary. Moorhead to Blefary. 1-6, it's a blank to a lefty. Go to Blefary. 3-1, he's going to line it to first and snagged by George Scott. 2 down for Paul Blair. So Moorhead trying to keep his team in the game. 2-5 is a strikeout plus to a righty, and he got him. So Moorhead 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 7th. So we played 7 innings, and it is still 3-2. So Eddie Watt back in. He only faced 1 batter, but got 2 outs courtesy of a line out. So he can face 7 more batters. He's in good shape. Here's Joe Foy, top of the order. Welcome back, Mr. RJL. We are now in the top of the 8th. 3-2 Orioles in the lead. Eddie Watt to Joe Foy, 2-5. And that's an automatic out. And the out will be a ground ball to third. So Foy is retired, brings up Adair. Red Sox lose this, they can pretty much kiss it goodbye. 4-4 strikeout, 11 too high. Go to Adair. 3-5, star 6, that's a fly to center, that's 2 down. 2 away, and here's Yastrzemski. Red Sox running out of outs. Watt, 5-6, strikeout plus, got him. So Eddie Watt solidly doing the job. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-2, still the score. The Boog Powell homer in the 6th is the difference as we speak. Frank Robinson is back out to face Moorhead here in the bottom of the 8th. 4-5, that is a blank. Go to Frank Robinson. 1-6, he's going to fly to left. Now comes Brooks Robinson. He's 0 for 3. Moorhead, 3-5, strikeout 17, too much. Go to Brooks. Oops, Sua dice. Even the dice retired. 2-4, and that's a single to center field for Brooks Robinson. Single to center. Strategy rolls are still on, but nothing's going on because he can't steal. And there's nothing here, and Boog Powell's certainly not going to bunt. So we're going to eschew the strategy roll for that. 6-6 range play at the park. Going to Memorial Stadium for a range play. 3-4. That is a ground ball to short, but it's a range check on Rico Petrocelli. He's a 4, but being halfway, he's now a 3. So 1-3, it's just critical to make this play. And he does. It's going to be, he gets to it now. Is it going to be a double play? 2, halfway is a 3. The pivot at second is a 0. So 1-3, not only does he get to it, he turns a double play. Nope. Runner advancement. The only play is the first. Brooks Robinson will take second base. So he's in scoring position with 2 outs for Davy Johnson. Moorhead has to be careful. 3-2, that's a strikeout chance, 6. Got him. So Moorhead gets out of it. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the 9th, last chance for the Red Sox. They trail it 3-2. Eddie Watt is back out. He can face 8 batters. He has faced 4. But just in case they run into any kind of problem at all, the Orioles have their guy with the most saves on the team. That would be Mo Drabowski. He is loosening the pen, 7-5, 12 saves, and a .160 ERA. So Mo is in the bullpen in case Eddie Watt gets into trouble. Probably anybody gets on base, they're going to bring in Mo Drabowski. So here we go, top of the 9th, last chance. George Scott is 0 for 3. Watt, 1-3, strikeout plus. He says, I only know bullpen. What do you mean bullpen? I'm going to finish this game. He struck him out. Here's Reggie Smith. He's 0 for 3. 2-3, and that is a strikeout plus to a righty, but Smith's a switch, so it's a blank. Go to Reggie. 4-3, and that's a star 5, which is a fly to left. So down to the last chance, it's Rico Petrocelli. Last chance for the Red Sox. Eddie Watt trying to finish it off. 2-1, and he does. It's an automatic out on the star line. The Orioles will sweep the doubleheader and pretty much put the Red Sox out of their misery. There's your ball game. 3-2 Orioles. After the first game in which they defeated the Red Sox 7-0. They win this one 3-2. With the loss, the Red Sox dropped to 87-69. They are now 4.5 back. And let's see here. Trying to figure out what the magic number might be for the Tigers. Might be like 1 because they're now 5 back in the loss column with 6 to play for them, 7 to play for the Tigers. So it basically another win by Boston by the Detroit would probably take care of things, because the best Boston can do, they played 156 games. They got 94 wins. I've got them as the best they can do is 94 wins. So basically like 2 or 3 might be the magic number for Detroit. Magic number is 3. Thank you for RJL for telling me that. Magic number is 3. Let's get the totals on the game. Watt gets the save, as a matter of fact. He goes 2 2/3 innings to get it. Grown man save. He got that double play line drive off of Dalton Jones to end the 7th, and then pitched a perfect 8th and 9th. Let's check. Were there any errors in the game? I don't believe there were any errors in the game. Let's see. Moorhead did well, too. He pitched 2 innings and gave up a base hit, and that was it. Nothing else. No runs. No walks and 2 strikeouts. So 11 hits for the Orioles, and for the Red Sox, they got 7 hits. So 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Orioles. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. Winning pitcher Pete Rickert, loser Jose Santiago, and Eddie Watt gets the save. And the player of the game, coming back from injury in Game 1, was Boog Powell. His home run to lead off the top of the bottom of the 6th was the difference. Put the Red Sox down 3-2, and they never recovered. They had just scored 2 runs the inning before that, and that just killed their momentum. And that's going to pretty much, I mean, the Red Sox are going to need all kinds of help now. Even if the Red Sox win out, they would need lots of help. So it looks like, for all intents and purposes, it's going to be the Tigers and the Cardinals in the World Series. It's just a matter of when that reaches, but we'll play it out until they're mathematically eliminated. And in fact, the next game in the replay is going to be the Red Sox and Orioles again on September 23rd, a single game. Tigers are off on the 23rd, so it's a single game between the Red Sox and the Orioles. And this will be Lee Stang against Gene Brabender. And if the Orioles won that game in real world 7-5, if the Red Sox lose this, you might as well just go home. So, but that's about it from here. So there you go, RJL, a doubleheader shown live. So we did it. Tabby even had her little few minutes in after the doubleheader, and let's see if she wants to make any comments here at the end of the game. Let's see what she wants to do here. Let's see what she wants to do. Tabby, do you want to say something? What do you want to say, Tabby? Meow. Meow. Oh, she's just rubbing up against me now. She just wants to do all sorts of stuff. You just want to do all sorts of stuff, don't you? Tabby, what are you doing over here? Somehow I got black and white. I don't know how the heck that happened. I hit something, and it turned it to black and white. How did that even happen? I don't know how that happened. How do I get it back to color? I don't even know how I got it back to... Oh, let me see here. There we go. Now I got it back to color. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't get my cord. What are you doing over here? What are you doing? What are you doing, Tabby? All right. Tabby and I are both tired now. For those of you that stayed all the way through the doubleheader, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Tabby and I both do. But from here, it was the Orioles beating the Red Sox twice, 7-1, 7-0, and 3-2. And the Red Sox now 4.5 back of the Tigers and on life support. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road. Good night, everybody.